Morning, Jose. Happy Saturday. I can hear this, can hear this legendary bison nearby. See if it's still here. Grab it real quick before we get started, if it is. Huh. Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, wow, that despawned fast. Where is it? Oh, that's weird. I think I waited too long. Yeah, okay. It was on its way to despawning. Never want to get near a bison? Oh, dude, I would love to go. I would love to go to some national park somewhere and drive through. Like, I know you can't, like, touch them. They might murder you. I mean, like, I don't know how aggressive bison are, but, like, they're big. But, like, moose and, like, everything, dude. I would love to, from the safety of a vehicle, like, ride through and be able to see I love wildlife in its natural habitat. Alright, where'd my camp go? Go back to camp. Wait, did my camp move or am I just, like, all over the place? Did I really ride that far away from camp in the opposite direction? Oh, wait. There's bison down here. Did I just get too far away from him? Hello? Any legendary bison? No, these are all just regular bison. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. Morning, Cap. Okay, so we got a new month in Red Dead, of course, and everything is giving extra money and XP, so every roll. So we're going to kind of go through the newswire here. These are some of the free items, not free items, these are some of the limited stock items that have come back to the shop. I had to do a separate video on them, so that's why I'm wearing all this stuff. But we're going to put together the community outfit as well. So let's see. Yes, that would be awesome, Jose. I would definitely go there too. Yeah. There's a bunch of different places I'd love to go. It would be really cool. Okay, let's see. Okay, of course you got the Clovely outfit that you can get, and you get it in pieces. So the one so far just got done playing Red Dead with the Aussie gang. Nice. There's a guy that joined Discord recently that is from Australia. Sounds like you guys play more at his time. He's like, I'm online, and I'm like, I'd be heading to work right now. I had appointments, so I wasn't actually at work, but I also wasn't hopping online at that time of day. Normally I'd be working. To get the Clovely shirt, you have to complete any legendary bounty, and that is the one that most people have said so far that they haven't gotten. So I don't know if you've done that and you've gotten the Clovely shirt. Let us know. Everybody else is, or everybody says they've gotten like everything else for it so far. So if you collect a fossil, you can get the drop suspenders. This is the Clovely outfit. If you haven't seen it, I'll go ahead and throw it on. Now somebody did say they got the full outfit in owned outfits, but when they fast travel it goes away, so it's got the same bug I guess Dutch's outfits has. So this is the Clovely, and so these drop suspenders here, you just have to get a fossil. The hat you can get by destroying a revenue agent blockade. The pants you can get from sampling any legendary animal. The shirt is the legendary bounty. I think that's all. Oh no, there's the boots. You can have to do something for the boots. I forget what you do for the boots. Boots, boots, boots. Where's the boots? Drop suspenders. Da-da-da. Pants, hat. Boy, they really do just like to break it up in this newswire. See if GTA series has it listed. The gold wing spurs are from Outlaw Pass 1 cap. And you just have to do all your daily challenges in one day to get them if you don't have them. Oh, I can't put them on these boots. Damn it. Your boots do not support it. Ooh. That horse be cranky. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. Where are my boots? Did I pass boots? I passed boots. I did not pass boots. Okay, so these spurs here, the gold wing, yeah. Those you can get. Gold wing? Yes, gold wing. So that was an Outlaw Pass 1 item. And then the Clovely outfit is Outlaw Pass 3. So anybody who didn't get Outlaw Pass 3, you can get the Clovely. I know the boots are in here. Oh, complete all trader daily challenges to receive the boots. So yeah, you can get the full Clovely outfit, basically. And then the weekly rewards are just treasure maps. So whatever you do that week is just treasure maps that you're going to get. So actually, I can get those. So I'll get one automatically because I'm a rank 20 moonshiner. So this week is... if you're already ranked 20 on all your rolls, you'll just automatically get them. If you're not a rank 20, you can get to rank 20 that week and then get the treasure map. So this week is moonshiners. Next week is bounty hunter. The week after that is collectors. Last week is trader. Can I ask, have you or anybody been able to do showdowns today? It's a daily challenge, but I've not been able to get into one. Showdowns can be so finicky. Sometimes I just can't get into them. Like, it will not match make. I'm assuming you've tried all the normal stuff, like resetting your game and all that good things. I can try to load into one and see if it lets me in. But I do have that problem quite frequently, actually. If you've tried from the... So there's a couple different ways you can try it. Are you trying from the menu here, like quick join this way? The other thing you could do is, if that's not working, you can try to go to an actual place on the map and join from there. So like this little marker here. Sometimes I have better luck with that if it's not letting me in. So that's something to think about as well if you haven't tried that. Howdy, Sir Doug. How's it going? Let me just see what the daily is. That's not daily challenges. Finish a showdown in any showdown series. Okay, so you can basically enter any of them. Have you... I'm assuming you've tried, like, different ones, too. Like, you've tried Takeover. Sometimes I can get into, like, Takeover and not Shootout. Sometimes the opposite. I'll just see if I can load into one. Howdy, Joe Beth. How's it going? I'm new to your channel. Like to subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, so like I said, this month we're doing 2 times Red Dead money and XP on all the rolls. Morning Jedi. If you're trying to get a lot of money, the rolls to focus on are going to be, make sure you always have Moonshine going, because that's good passive income. It looks like it is having trouble loading me in right now too. Hey Philip, it says, or try the online menu. That's true. You could try directly from the online menu as well. So before you like load in, or can you do it from here? Yeah, you can do it from here too. So like try doing this and loading in through this screen. So there's a couple different ways you could try if it's not loading you in. So right now it's definitely struggling here. It could just be that they're having some trouble with it right now. try to load into a different one. So make sure you always have moonshine going if you have the moonshiner roll, because that's good passive income. If you like hunting, then keep your camp filled up as well. Keep your trader going, because when it's just one of those things where like it takes a little bit of time to keep it going, and then you can sell it at the end and then just keep it going. So it's just extra money. Collecting is where you're going to get the most money this month, though, unless you hate collecting and you think it's boring, in which case don't do it. That's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Jedi says works better with more people in the posse. So if you have a posse to go in with, like, yeah, that's something you could try as well. Getting into showdowns is iffy. I agree. But that's some things that you can try. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. And I do find that a lot of times when it's a daily, it's bad. And I don't know why. Any suggestions on defending a campsite? Look to collector map if they're not spawning. Those are just random events that occur. You can look at the map where some of them spawn and then try to like do stuff around there. So like set up camp around it and then try to load into like a new lobby. If you can get a solo lobby, that's going to be best. So depending on what platform you're on, going into a solo is going to give you the best opportunity for a defend the campsite. Is that not letting me do this because I'm matchmaking right now? I don't think I've ever had that happen before. All right. Exit matchmaking. There we go. Okay. Oh, maybe because I was already matchmaking into takeover. What did that just say? You're currently matchmaking, searching for maximum session sizes. Use the player menu to cancel this. So it looks like it's just not working today. I got one by Blackwater. It spawned twice too. Yeah, sometimes you get really lucky and sometimes you just don't. But it's random, so knowing where they spawn can be helpful, and then just like hanging around there and doing stuff, like loading into new sessions. There's one nearby. I'm in Heartland. There's one nearby right outside like Valentine. So what you can do is you can go to that area and then like load into a new session. Sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll spawn in at the same time. The problem is the more players in the lobby, the less likely you'll get something to spawn, and the more players in the area. So it can be kind of tricky. But if you can get into a solo lobby, that is the best way, and then do all those things like go around where it is, like set up camp. You'll have a higher likelihood of it spawning. Yeah, it looks like showdowns just really aren't working this way. So try going in from the menu, try going in with a posse, I guess, you know. Reset your game. Probably not your game though, because I can't load in either. And yeah, it might just be one of those things where you can't load in this morning, which is unfortunate if you're trying to get all the dailies done. My guess is it's going to error out here soon. It's going to tell me it can't matchmake me. Yeah, that's just one of those unfortunate things about Red Dead. That's one of the things I probably, when I was actively playing PvP, I would say that was one of the things I had the most issues with, was actually loading into a session sometimes. Sometimes it just won't do it. This one's a tricky one because it's so close to Valentine that I do get it to spawn in a lot, but it's like so close to people. Where it's like right around here somewhere, like right up. Here, so this one spawns here. No, we're gonna crash. My bad. If the one guy who updates it is off for the day, it's not getting fixed. Facts. Dude, there's so many companies right now, too, that I'm just like, do you have, like, your nephews, like, running the show? Like, what is happening over there? I feel the same way about Epic right now, too. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. I was like, oh, it's kicking me out. Oh, no. All right, buddy. Here, have a golden cookie, because that was rough. If you are using the Gene Ropke map, you can actually look up to see where they spawn and try to go to those locations and just kind of hang around for a little bit, try to set up camp, try to do something nearby, and see if you can't get one to spawn in. But again, it's just completely random. When they spawn, the smaller your lobby, the better. Loading into a new session near where a campsite happens, sometimes you can get it. So if I were to be like right here, and then let's say I'm going to go to the menu, not story, one more, online. And then I'm just going to do, you want to do free roam, so don't do like camp or anything. It should theoretically load me in nearby to this area where I just was. I'm not saying it'll happen, but like sometimes you can get things to spawn doing that. But again, this one is not a great one to try this with because this one is so close to Valentine. Like I feel like this is a high player area. The other thing you can try is the opposite. Load into the opposite area of where you want to be. So let's say I'm going to load in here. And then I'm going to fast travel. Let me just look up where one is in like New Austin. I know there's one outside of Tumbleweed. Because sometimes if you load, like Rockstar wants to load you in near players because they want that player interaction. So if I load in here and then fast travel all the way to the other side of the map, it could be that there's less players over there and stuff is more likely to spawn. So that's two different ways you can try to like force it. So this loaded me in pretty close to where the event happened. So sometimes you can just get it to like, hey, we're loading into a new session. Potentially there could be the event happening. It's not because you'd hear it nearby. Oh, he's still got a golden course. Okay, I was like, I just gave him a golden cookie. All right, so let's see. This would be random encounters. Defend campsite. Here we go. Okay, so the Gene Ropke map here will mark every location. This is not the collector one. This is the other one. It will mark every place that has a defend the campsite. So I'm going to go... What's one that is a good spawning one for me? I feel like the one in Tall Trees spawns really well for me. And there's 3 pretty close to Strawberry. So we're going to real quickly just... So I loaded in over here. Now, you would want to go even further out. So you would want to load into like Amberino or like Roanoke or somewhere that's like further out. You kind of want to go across the map. So this isn't that far to travel, honestly. So I wouldn't do it this way, but I'm just going to try it because, you know, I'm pretty close by. I know the Strawberry ones spawn pretty well for me. So I'm just going to check the 3 of them out. The problem is like everybody today is looking for them. So, hey, Orchid, how's it going? So in Strawberry, there's 3 of them. Or outside of Strawberry, like heading toward Blackwater. Like I said, the smaller the lobby you're in, the better. If you can get a solo lobby, that works best. So on PlayStation, if you're on PlayStation, you can drop your MTU settings down. You can drop them down to like 800. And what that'll do is it basically is shifting you from lobby to lobby because your connection is not strong enough to keep you in a static lobby. And you'll pretty much be in a solo or just like with 1 or 2 other players most of the time. If you're on PC, there's ways to do it, but I'm not sure how. Jess is on PC. She has like a script for it or something, a file, something that lets her load into a solo lobby. And Xbox, I'm not sure how to do it. You can do it if you have a friend because there's poker table lobbies, but I don't do that. So here's the defend the campsite here. This is a spot. So we can see there's nothing there. And so basically that's what I would do if I was trying. You're more likely to get it when you're not paying attention though. So if you're doing something else like a resupply or you're doing a moonshine mission or you're like in an actual mission is more likely when it's going to pop up. But there's only certain things that I think it'll count when you're in a mission. Otherwise it won't count if you do it. Woo! My bad. Howdy, nothing personal. How's it going? Good morning. So the plan today, I want to do some daily challenges, of course. Oh, Jess is here. Hey, Jess. There's a startup meta file which allows it. If you search it, GitHub pops up, and that's the one you want. Sweet. So if you're on PC, That's the way. You can probably look up a tutorial too. I imagine somebody's got one out there. That's the way to get it on PC. If you're on Xbox though, I'm not 100% sure how to get solo. So here's another defend the campsite here. So you can see like just like riding around to different spots and trying. It's just, again, completely random, and I find that they pop up more often when I'm not paying attention. But I did post the link in chat, so if you wanted to check out that map, you can at least see where all the different spots are, and you can like know exactly where they are and give it a try. I also want to do some collecting today as well, because again, it's on. I wasn't expecting collector to be on bonus again so soon. Travel distance by train. There's another trick for trains too, where you travel to McFarland's, and a lot of times a train will be pulling in there. It doesn't work 100% of the time though, just sometimes. But that's a good spot to try to catch a train. But again, that's another one that you can just like, as you're playing, just keep an eye out for trains. Howdy, real time. Welcome. Happy Saturday, everybody. And here we go. So this is the best spot to catch a train, in my opinion, McFarland's. All right, while we're on here, we're going to take a look. Okay, so we got defend a campsite. Again, completely random. Take a look at the map. Best ways to do it are to put your camp nearby and do stuff around there. So like hunt a little bit, collect, do things nearby the defend the campsite. Stop walking, girl. You're going to walk off the train. Load in to the game in an area near a defend the campsite. Load in on the opposite side of the map and travel to where there's a defend the campsite. Also going nearby to where defend the campsite is and then like just going into your map and opening it up. Sometimes this can help stuff spawn. There's a moonshiner nearby. But there's so many random events that can happen out in the world, like dynamic events, that you can't guarantee which ones you're going to get. Howdy, Kieran. Turn my sound down a little bit. I feel like I'm shouting. All right, we also have, so 10,560 distance traveled by the train. Finish a showdown in a showdown series. So right now showdowns are not working for me and for other people in chat. Panther, these are some difficult, if you're trying to do your daily challenges today for the reward, this is probably not the day for it. Appreciate that, Karen. Thank you so much. Yeah, I find trains at McFarland's more often than not. They're like always pulling in there. It's such a great spot for them. Panther killed. Again, this is another one where like there's some great Panther locations, but when you're in a public lobby, like in a server with other players, stuff does not spawn as well. And not only does stuff not spawn as well, but you have people that are competing for those resources in addition to that. So if there's a blue dot nearby when you go to try to get something, pretty much guarantee you're probably not going to get it. This is my best Panther spawn location of all time. In story mode, it's very consistent for me. I get a Panther almost every time I go there. In online, again, I won't even say 50% of the time it's there because, again, public lobby, competing resources, but this can be a good spot. This can be a good spot. This is a nighttime spawn. I don't know if it'll spawn in the daytime online. In story, it's a nighttime spawn. Let's see. Here's the fast travel. This one up here is where the legendary Panther spawns, and I have gotten regular Panthers here, and I have gotten them during the day. And then there's some other spawns in here too, which are nighttime spawns. But again, online's a little weird where sometimes you can get them during the day too. The other thing you can do is if you have the naturalist role, you can start, if Harriet has the legendary Panther, you can do that one, and that's how you can get your kill as well. There's also a moonshine story mission, and I do this every time, and I forget which one it is every single time. If you have moonshine, I want to say it's number 4. I want to say it's a bitter means to a bitter end. There are Panthers in one of these. There's cougars in the other one, though. So one of them has cougars, and one of them has Panthers. I'm pretty sure, and I don't remember which is which. I want to say Panthers is 4, though. So there's a couple different ways you can get Panthers. It's not out of the question. Like, that one is definitely doable for sure. But it can be a little bit tricky in an online session. Provisions cooked at a campfire. That's nice and easy. Types of fish caught. Super easy. Best way to do this is go to the little pond north of Emerald Station. There's multiple different types of fish there, and then you can just go grab a big fish or a salmon or something that gives you your last one. Because I think there probably are 5 types in that pond, though. Because let's see, we got perch, bass. Oh, is there bass in there? Perch, pickerel. I can like see them in my brain. There's definitely 4 at least in there. Philip says, yeah, it's where there's smoke. So yeah, there's definitely ways to get panther for sure. Visit a shop, Insanity, definitely easy. If you're trying to do all your daily challenges though, this is going to be a difficult day to do that. I would check again tomorrow maybe, or try another day. The hardest part is going to be defend the campsite, I think. I think a panther you can definitely get. You just have to know what missions to go into if you can't get it to spawn in free roam. But the problem is right now showdowns aren't working, so that would make it really tricky to get it done. And then it's all trader dailies for the Clovely boots, I believe. So today we got 7 medium animal carcasses donated to Crips, super easy. $200 money made from trading, super easy. 10 small animals, super easy. It's definitely all very doable. For bounty hunter role or dailies, we got complete with at least a posse member. That one always bugs out anyway, so that one doesn't work. 3 bounty targets hogtied with a reinforced lasso, definitely doable. 3 bounty targets looted. 3 American wildflowers found. Drink an antique alcohol bottle. Find 3 arrowheads, super easy. Craft 2 toxic moonshine. Sell moonshine for 200. Sell within 5 minutes, all super easy. 2 blending tonics crafted or used, easy. Don't kill an enemy for 24 hours, as long as you're not hunting for your camp, easy for the most part. And find 2 legendary animals using pheromones, that not so easy. Hey, Mazin, how's it going? I got them all yesterday and I need Showdown today, that's all. Ooh, well, hopefully Showdown will start working in a little bit. I would just try again in a little bit, like reset, try again, try different ways. Like, hopefully whatever it is just like a temporary glitch and it'll start working. Come on, I don't have my daily yet. Got a little bit more. I need you to go. You can also drive the train, so if you don't want to stop here each time, you can like kick this guy out and start driving it. And that way you get like the total time. But I wanted to look at my dailies and everything, so. So yeah, that's basically the goal today. I'm going to do some dailies. I want to do some collecting. I do need to look at the community outfits. So we're going to put that on as well as soon as I'm done this. And then I'm going to take a short break. So I'll stream for about 2 hours for Red Dead. I'm going to take a little bit of a break to get some food. And then I am going to start streaming again. We're going to stream some of the new season of Fortnite, I think. I think I'll be okay. I shredded my thumb this morning, so I actually didn't think I was going to be able to do that. I've like bled through 2 Band-Aids. But I think I'll be okay. It's actually not hurting too much to press it. Like, I'm doing okay with the controller right now. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to like not play Fortnite. But so we're gonna check out the new season. So if you like Fortnite at all, or you just want to come back and hang out, that'll be something I do. So we'll probably stream till about 11. I'll take a little bit of a break to get some food, and then I'll hop back on. Yeah, I got this new. I forget what you call it, but it's the thing where you can make waffle fries, but it doesn't have a guard or anything. It doesn't have a guard and it didn't come with a glove. And so I was like, that's fine. I'll just be careful. So I've done it a few times and it's been fine, but I wasn't even super low. Like, I was getting to the point where I was gonna have to stop on the potato because I was getting too low. But yeah, then my hand just like totally slipped. It got caught on the blade and I slipped. My hand slipped off and my thumb just went right down and I was like, oh yeah, that's deep. Like, I got it pretty good. Put some rubbing alcohol and ice on it. I don't know that I want to put alcohol on it. That sounds painful. Actually, I don't have rubbing alcohol. But yeah, I did. I immediately like put pressure on it, and it's not actually hurting right now, which is it. I mean, it hurt a lot when I did it. Like, it hurt. I was like, oh yeah, like I cut it pretty good, but it's actually okay. It doesn't feel too bad right now. I'm sure later it'll feel like I have like a little heartbeat in my thumb. All right. Hey, buddy. All right, let's go check out the community outfit. See if I can remember what pieces are what. And of course, free fast travel this month, so don't hesitate to travel all over the map because it's free. So even if you're trying to make money, you're not going to be spending it on fast travel fees, which is really nice. Oh gosh. Okay. Shift a little bit. My foot's falling asleep. All right, so for the community outfit, we've got, let's just put on no outfit here for a second. All right, we got the regimental hat. I might not get the exact colors here. I'm going to try to remember. Regimental. I have so many hats. And I don't even wear hats. Like, I don't even wear hats on my character. I don't like it. Here we go. Okay, which one is on? Okay, so this one is on my horse. I'm going to guess it's this one. I should try to look up a picture real quick. We got the Fernwater coat. By the way, the Fernwater is in the shop as a limited stock. It wasn't listed as a limited stock, but it is there. Totally don't remember what color it was. I want to say it's gray. Oh, no, it's blue. Was it blue? I'm pretty sure it's blue. Howdy, Cassie. How's it going? Keemon? How's it going? Probably butchered that. I think it's blue. Daggone it. I don't remember. Let me pull up the actual picture real quick. No. Okay, I know he has a picture of it. Okay, here it is. No, where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, it is the blue one. Okay, so it's the blue one. All right, we got the work shirtwaist for females. And I believe it is this gray one. Okay, we've got the worn rolled pants. And just remember, they're all, if you don't have them, it'll all show up as free in... Okay, this is the only one I own of these, so it's got to be this one. Let's see. The boots are the lumber boots. And I think they're just these plain brown ones. And then there's the neckerchief. And I'm not 100% sure which color it is, but it's one of these two. I want to say it's that one. So I think this is the outfit. Now, they have other stuff in their actual outfit, so they're wearing gloves and they're wearing the Frontiersman belt. But, of course, Rockstar didn't put that in. But, like, they have this belt on as well, so this is part of their outfit. And it looks like they're using... There's another one other than Arc Ray, right? Yeah, okay. So that's not the ones. These. It looks like they're using riflemen. Now, which ones exactly? It's hard to tell from the picture. But something like that. And then for weapons equipment, they're using just like a plain... It could be this one. Wait, they probably have it listed. Horsemanship gun belt. Okay. Gotcha. Here you go. So they're using this one. Probably the same offhand. Yep. Okay. So this is basically the entire outfit that they created. And it's just like Rockstar didn't give us these extra pieces because the belt, I think, is from an Outlaw Pass, if I'm not mistaken. They also have spurs on. So they have the Gurdon Rider spurs. Probably just like a brown version. So this is the entire outfit they did. This was kind of inappropriate was the name of the person who did this. And this is like the full outfit that they created. My arm near my elbow is bruised as well as all the way down my shin and my butt from hitting the stairs. That sucks. Oh, I had to fall down the stairs Tuesday. I'm telling you, bubble wrap. I think every time you come in here, something is catastrophically wrong with you. Bubble wrap. You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to be like Bubble Boy. Except his was because he didn't have the immunities. But even though he did have the immunities. And yes, I know I'm saying it that way on purpose. If you watch the movie, you know why. If you've never seen Bubble Boy, it's funny. It's stupid funny. Highly recommend it. Yep, this is a free community outfit. So again, even if you don't like the way the full outfit, like this isn't a typical outfit I would wear. There's nothing wrong with it. They put together a good outfit, like for what it is. It's just not my type of outfit. Like I wouldn't wear this on my character necessarily, but it is a good put together outfit. I always recommend getting all the pieces anyway, because you never know when you're going to use like something from that outfit that you'll want in an outfit you're making. So it never hurts. Never hurts to get it. All right, let's pull up the map. Perfect. Okay. So let's just go check and see if we can get a panther. It is nighttime, even though my best panther location is a daytime or a nighttime spawn. You don't have to go during the night. We'll go see if we can get it. We'll grab some collectibles nearby too. Oh, I should also sell. So what I should be doing right now is I should go sell a moonshine first before I do anything else. And then I should start another one up, because that means I would probably have gotten 2 in during the stream at like 250. Well, actually it's going to be more because it's 2 times. So yeah, that was dumb. I should have gone do that. I'm going to do this first though, because I'm already down here. I try to look clean and tidy. Yeah, I'm more like, I wear fairly simple outfits, but I am more of, yeah, like on the clean side. I don't wear a lot of like rugged outfits. I also don't wear like girly outfits either. I don't often wear a corset or a skirt or anything with my female character because, you know, I'm riding around on horseback. And you know what it's like to try to ride around a horseback in a skirt? I'm just saying. I haven't changed anything on my outfit for 2 years. I mean, hey, you know, you like what you like. There's nothing wrong with that. Your stepsister and you are going to the zoo tomorrow. Nice. Now, remind me, is that like the Steve Irwin Zoo? Like the Steve Irwin like animal park thing? I know you talked about that before, but I can't remember if that's the one you're nearby or not. Wake up, cousin! We're going to the zoo! From Harry Potter. I do change my outfit often, but like the same outfits. Like I don't change much, but I've got like a couple outfits I rotate. Depending on, some of it's depending on what horse I'm using. So like I might change outfits. Like if I'm on a brown horse, typically I'm wearing a brown outfit or like a green outfit or something that's more earthy. And if I'm on a black horse or a white horse or a gray horse, most of the time I'm going to be wearing like black, you know, something that complements. I don't like to really mix those two too much. Like I wouldn't wear a brown outfit on a black horse that often. Don't ask me why, it's weird. I don't know. I accept that it's weird. Because the likelihood of a panther spawning here isn't as high, I usually just ride through rather than bait. I don't really bait online. But usually what I'll do is I'll just give it a once or two go around. Like I'll ride through a little bit, give it a chance to spawn in for a second. But if it hasn't spawned in a minute or two, like it's probably not going to. I mean, it could, but I'm just not going to waste, like I'm not going to waste time. Your horse should let you know if there's a predator nearby too. So if you're in tune with how your horse behaves. Now, it could be a snake you've ridden past. So you do... Oh, here it is. There it is. You see it? The red dot was behind me on the mini-map. I don't think that was a snake because it was moving toward me. But it stopped. Maybe it wasn't a panther. Oh, yep. The panthers are tricky. Because they don't show up on your mini-map until they're, like, right on you. Oh, 3-star as well. Nice. Okay, we're going to take that to camp. Perfect. So you have to be careful because the panthers, unlike the cougars are a little bit more... they'll show up on your minimap earlier. They're a little bit easier to spot. The panthers are stealthy. They are sneaky, sneaky. I'm just going to move camp down here so I can drop this off. The most important thing is once you notice the red dot or once you notice your horse being a little weird is get a little bit of distance before you turn. Because you don't want your horse to buck you and then you're on the ground. You use slow and steady. Yeah, a lot of people like slow and steady and it's a really great card. I personally don't like being stuck in place. I don't like not being able to move. But if you do use slow and steady, your horse will not buck you at all. The problem is to get like a clean shot can be somewhat difficult because if the panther comes right up alongside your horse, it can be difficult to get a little bit of distance so you can get that clean headshot. But on the plus side, your horse is not going to buck you as long as you have Deadeye active. All right, looks like I need to do a resupply.
Just so you know.
All right, what do we have to donate? 10 small? It looks like I do have. So 3, 6. I don't. 7, 8. I only have 8. Shoot. Okay, I'll have to go find some small critters. Try to get some birds when the sun comes up. Let's go ahead and do a resupply. Oh no, I was just because I didn't have enough goods. Okay, perfect. Not this time. We're going to the one with all the tigers. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. But you are close enough to go to that one, right? Like you've said that before, I think. I thought my horse had a little tail, and I was going to be really sad. I don't think Aragon's ever lost his tail, but... all right, let's go sell our moonshine real quick, or make sure I have moonshine going. Yeah, I have this, like, even right now, I'm, like, fidgeting. Like, my leg's bouncing. Like, my thumb is, like, bouncing against the controller when I'm not doing anything. Like, I just have this... It's probably partially related to anxiety, just this need to, like, move and fidget. And I'm the same way with my character online. Like, I just can't... I don't like standing still, so I don't like slow and steady because I don't like being stuck in place. I feel... It makes me feel bad, like, when I'm stuck in place. I don't know. It's weird.
Ready to go.
Now, sometimes it means I'm gonna die. Panther's gonna get me. But that's okay. At this stage of the game for me, like, I've got all the things, so it's okay.
Impressing, yes. I have done my part. Now you must do yours.
At least this guy does something. Like, I feel like Cripps is just super lazy, but at least this guy does the whole thing. You don't have to do anything for him. He does the whole moonshine.
And now you must let nothing stand in your way.
My stepsister loves tigers. Tigers are cool.
So, on your way,
I don't think I could pick one favorite wild animal. We were talking about, I think we were talking about this last week though. I do really love like otters and prairie dogs, like that kind of a animal, because they're so adorable. Ooh, okay, because we put a sidearm on and I didn't check, it actually gave me 2 different sidearms. I didn't have a sidearm on before. I don't know why it wouldn't just go to the last thing you had on, or the same thing that you currently have on, which was the navy. It's like, let's just give you this one. We're going to give you the Lamat, even though you haven't used the Lamats in many moons. Many, many moons. Is it possible to love all animals? I mean, yeah. I can't think of an animal that I don't like. We just ran over a squirrel. I'm so sorry. I literally can't think of an animal that I'm like, yeah, I hate that. I like them all. I follow this page on Instagram, and it's a little skinny pig. So it's like a guinea pig that has no hair. And she's hideous looking. She really is, but she's so cute and I love her. But she has no hair. She's naked. And she's the cutest thing ever. But admittedly, if you looked at her, you'd be like, oh my gosh, girl, like... Look, it's a badger. We were looking one for our last stream. I think otters are really cute. Otters are the cutest. I love otters and I love prairie dogs. And they've got such long... I think because I love dachshunds. Dachshund's my favorite dog. And I feel like otters and prairie dogs and stuff are like the dachshund of the wildlife, you know? Like long bodies, little legs, lots of personality. Dude, I want a dachshund again so bad. But the thing is that working full time, I just feel so bad. I would just feel so bad leaving them. Yeah, I don't love spiders, but as I said before, are they really animals? Here's what I like about spiders. They are super helpful. They take care of the bad bugs. I can't help that I'm terrified of them, and I'm really sorry. And I try not to hold that against them, and I try to let them live. But if they land on me, I'm gonna freak out and start smacking shit. So they might die in the process, and I feel real bad about it. So even though I don't like them, I don't hate them. Like, I know they're useful. I know they're important. But they're scary. They got all them legs, and they just start moving at you at high speed. Somebody the other day, oh my god, online was like, did you know that the reason why spiders run to you is because they're afraid and they think you'll protect them? And I'm like, don't tell me that shit. Don't tell me that. Now you make me feel bad. I was like, that's not why they run to you. Shut up. Don't tell me that. The only thing I'm scared of is heights. Yeah. I don't love heights either. Not a big height. There's a lot of things that I don't love. Okay. I don't love tight spaces. Like, I'm a little claustrophobic, so please. Sometimes I'll watch videos of the caving and the cave diving, where people go in these little teeny tiny areas, and I'm thinking, what is wrong with you? You wouldn't just survive Australia. I would not. I would love to visit Australia one day. New Zealand, huge bucket list item. I would love, love, love to go to New Zealand. I will die if any spider gets near me, because y'all got some big ones over in that. I don't know if New Zealand does, but I assume because it's so close to Australia, like, maybe. But, like, Australia for sure if I ever visit there. I'm like, I'm gonna need somebody to check my shoes before I put them on. Like, I'm gonna need somebody there to protect me from the big spiders. I can't go to Australia alone. I need to have somebody who's not terrified of spiders with me the entire time, because if one gets near me, I need them to protect me. See, like, there's a valid reason to be scared of spiders too, because yeah, a lot of them are venomous, okay, and they can kill you, or at least seriously injure you. And I'm like, see, it's very healthy to have a fear of spiders. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not really afraid of snakes, but I don't want to touch them either if I don't know which one it is, because again, there's lots of venomous snakes, and if I don't know if it's venomous or not, I want to keep a safe distance. And it's not really because I'm scared of them, but more that I just like have a healthy realization that I don't know what species this is, and it could be venomous. So, I would look after you. Yeah, so I wouldn't say, I handle snakes a lot better than spiders. Like, I don't see a snake and I, like, get freaked out or anything. My biggest thing with snakes is I just, like, have a healthy respect for them, because I don't know. Like, I don't know really any snakes. Like, to look at it, I wouldn't know. The only thing I know is the saying, red next to yellow, kill a fellow. Red next to black, venom lack. And I was like, I don't know how true that is. Does it hold? If I saw a snake and I was like, oh, the red is next to the black. Like, okay, it's fine. No venom. I don't know. All spiders are venomous? I mean, but only some can actually, like... I don't... Is this an old wives' tale? So when I was a little girl, I remember people telling me that daddy longlegs have some of the most venom ever in that... I don't know if they are even considered spider arachnids, daddy longlegs. I guess. But they're, like, too small. Like, they're not actually gonna... They don't actually bite, so, like, it it wouldn't hurt you. Like it's not doesn't matter. But I don't even know if that's true. I feel like that's just one of those things adults tell you, because we were at a lot of daddy long legs, and I was like, is that true at all? Do daddy long legs have venom? And if so, is it a high amount of venom? And I feel like that's not true. I feel like, nah. If they have venom, it's like, yeah, little amount.
Yes?
But like, what are the ones you need to look out for? Brown recluse, like black widow, those are the ones around me, or at least where I used to live. I don't know if there's those down here or not that you'd have to worry about. But they're not even like the most venomous. Like, is the Brazilian wandering spider is super venomous, I think. It's true their fangs are too small. I feel like I need to look this up about daddy long legs. I guess I should know, are they also considered arachnids? Because I don't know. Oh, here we go. Daddy longlegs are completely harmless to humans. Now, this is AI, so I'd have to look into it further. The idea that they're highly venomous but lack the fangs to bite is widely repeated urban legend. See, I figured. I was like, that's one of those things. Okay, now there's the University of California that says it's one of the most poisonous spiders, and I feel like I can't trust them because it's not poisonous. It's venomous. Poisonous is different. Okay, now they're explaining the difference between the two. Okay, so they're Google on the outside. I see. They were repeating the tale, so it is not true. It is not true. Okay, daddy longlegs are in their own separate order. So it's different than spiders. They don't produce silk. There were so many daddy longlegs where we used to vacation in Pennsylvania. So many. Oh my god, like billions of them. So many daddy longlegs. Yeah, the recluse can cause necrosis, like in your tissue. Oh man, I've seen some brown recluse bites, and oof, it can be bad. Sydney funnel web white-tailed spiders. I can identify most snakes. Nice. Yeah, not me. I can look at it and like make an educated guess. Oh, howdy. I was gonna say mad, but it's not. It's M-A-H-A-D. Howdy. Welcome. We are learning. Look, sometimes we have TED Talks here. Sometimes we learn educational things. It's cool. Very rarely do we just talk about Red Dead. I know some people don't like that. I had somebody pop in like a couple weeks ago and was like, I'm here to listen to you talk about Red Dead, not to listen to you talk. I forget what we were talking about. And I was like, well, you're in the wrong place then, because most people who are here have played Red Dead themselves. And I will stop and answer any question about Red Dead people ask. But we ain't going to talk about Red Dead for 2 hours. That would be the most boring stream of all time. For you guys. Yeah, I think that's pretty true for most, like, if you, well, not most animals, I would say, because some you don't have to agitate for them to attack you. But yeah, like snakes and spiders, like, for the most part, if you're not bothering them, they're not going to bother you. Now, there's always the unfortunate thing where, like, yeah, you're walking through the woods, you step right now down on or near a snake and they bite out of reflex like that. You can't, it's an accident. You can't help that. It's the same thing, like, when you're swimming in the ocean, if you get attacked by a shark, like, that's just unfortunate. Like, it wasn't the shark's fault. Like, you're in its territory, like, what, for whatever reason, it decided to bite, whether it was exploratory or whatnot, and it doesn't happen that often, relatively speaking. So, you know, of all the people that swim in the ocean, like, the amount of shark attacks is relatively low, and the amount of deaths from a shark attack is, like, extremely low. But it's sensationalized by the press, so people demonize sharks when really it's, like, not their fault, you know? Gotta replenish here. I think I will watch videos of like spiders making their webs and like all kinds of stuff just to try to desensitize myself a little bit. And sometimes I feel like I'm getting better and I'm like, okay. And then a spider will land on me and I'm just back to square one. And I'm like, down here where I live right now, I rarely see spiders. Probably mostly because I'm living in an apartment. Now, in the last like month, I've seen the most spiders I've ever seen down here, and they've been in my apartment, and I think it's because the love bugs were so bad that they were coming into the apartment, because I can see daylight out my front door because the door is not properly put in. And oh, we needed more small animals too. And I also need to change my guns. And so I think that's why I saw so many spiders that I don't normally see, because I was like, they were coming in and they were eating the love bugs, or they were like showing themselves. Okay, I think we just needed 2, so that should be perfect. Wolverine and Badger are the ones you don't come across. Ooh, also, I watched this like part of a documentary on Komodo dragons. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't realize how aggressive they are. And there's another one too. Komodo dragons are super, there's another, is it the Gila also? I can't remember, but the Komodo dragons are very venomous. So if they bite you, you're in trouble, I feel like, as well. And apparently they can be pretty aggressive because they can smell blood from really far away. Ooh, by the way, guys, all the roll horses are on discount this month. This is the Norfolk Roadster. This is my favorite breed in the game. I think they're beautiful, and I think their movement is just lovely. This is one of the rank 20 coats. So I highly recommend checking them out. I think all the roll horses are worth it. I think the Claude Ruber might be my second favorite. And again, it's just another really solid horse. So if you've never tried any of the roll horses and you have Moonshiner roll, I definitely recommend checking this one out. Now, you might be slightly deterred by the health because the health is a little bit lower. So if I look at his info here. So this is the rank 20 horse, and you can see he's not even at 3/4 health, but it honestly really doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. I have a rank 1. And it's pretty rare for Shadowfax to go down and need to be revived. And this is probably the lowest health horse in the game. So he's not even quite to half. And it's totally fine. But yeah, they're so pretty. Komodo bite kills you with bacteria. Yeah, they're no joke. Like, they are no joke. I don't know what the lethality rate is of them, though. Let's see. An attack from a Komodo dragon can be fatal even to humans. Compared to crocodiles and other reptiles, Komodo dragons have relatively weak bite strength. Instead, they rely on their sharp, curved teeth and long, sturdy claws to slash and tear. After biting down, they use their powerful neck muscles to violently shake side to side, ripping apart flesh and muscle and causing severe blood loss and shock. Spoiler alert if you don't like that. Sorry, I just made you really gross out. Let's see. Komodo dragon's killing power is intensified by a combination of its secondary weapons, venom and bacteria. Their sharp, serrated shape of a Komodo dragon's tooth makes it easy for bits of rotten flesh to get caught, turning their saliva into a mini habitat for harmful bacteria that can cause untreated bite wounds to become septic. Researchers have also documented a venom gland in the dragon's lower jaw. This venom prevents their prey's blood from clotting, which causes massive blood loss and induces shock. So basically, don't get bitten by a Komodo dragon. You might die. FYI. You may die. Definitely get treated right away, though. You'll have a better chance. Have not played any Crimson Desert lately, honestly. I have been focusing on other things, and I have not been playing. Which is unfortunate, because, like, I want to get... I still haven't gotten into the dragons yet, which I want to do. up here? Doo-doo. Probably should eat some food. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Excuse me, sir. There you are. Hello? Hello?
You're going straight to hell.
I've had so much, like, not paying attention. I've had so much, like, schoolwork and stuff, and I need... Can we make it this far? I need to, like, work on my gear, but I just don't have the mental capacity for it right now. That was perfect. Whoops! My bad. Stayed up there that whole time. So yeah, I've been neglecting it. And I really need to finish Horizon. Oh, and like Disney Dreamlight Valley just had an update where Hercules came to the game, and so I've been playing that too. And apparently there's going to be a mini DLC coming in July that's going to extend on the Wish Blossom Ranch one and Winnie the Pooh and stuff. And I was like, if they don't bring Eeyore in, I'm going to riot. I need Eeyore. Eeyore is my favorite. Eeyore is my spirit animal. I am Eeyore in human form sometimes, I think. Yeah, the animals are really cool. Rank 480. Hey, David. How's it going? Welcome. Sorry if I missed everybody coming in. I was spouting off facts about Komodo dragons and spiders and things. Oh, look at that pretty little horse. I wish that online did more with the animals like they do in story. In terms of, like, dynamic events and things that happen. Look, this guy's just chilling. Look at him. He's living his best life. Okay. So in focus, what am I doing? Let's see. Let's check to see if showdowns are working again. Let's check, see if we can matchmake him. Oh, so you are able to raise him up now to biggins. So can you ride him now? Is it like a mount now? That's cool. Yeah, I feel I just need more time for it, and I just don't have the time and mental capacity for it right now. I've got other stuff working on. I've got school. I got both my classes. I'm getting ready to graduate. I just have a lot of other stuff going through my brain. A lot of stuff I've been processing. I had my very first therapy session couple days ago, and it was interesting. I mean, it was just a getting to know you, so it like wasn't that bad. I cried through the whole thing. I felt bad, but of course the nice thing is that because I'll cry over anything. I just will. I'm just super sensitive. I could cry. I could like recall a dog from my childhood dying, and it will make me choke up and cry. Like I could watch an inspirational commercial and get choked up and start crying. Like I could watch a movie I've seen 800 times, and it comes to that one powerful scene, and that's just like me. And I used to feel really bad about it for a long time. That I was like, where does this even come from? No one in my family is like this. Like, this is unique to me. But it's like, the nice thing about it on the flip side is that I can feel so deeply and be so moved by stuff like a song, a show, somebody's story can just like move me so deeply. And I was like, that's the flip side. That's like the nice side, the good part of it. And the bad part of it is any strong emotion, I'm going to cry. If I'm angry, I'm going to cry. If I'm sad, I'm going to cry. If I'm happy, I'm going to cry. The nice thing about talking to the therapist is I was crying and she didn't care. She let me talk and cry at the same time, and she didn't care, and she didn't judge me. And sometimes you just need that. You just need somebody, because I always tell people, I was like, I'm going to cry. I need you to ignore it and not feel a certain way about it. And just let me process and like cry and talk it out, and I'll get past it and I'll be able to keep talking. But like, I need you to not judge me for the tears. Because if you do, then we won't be able to get anywhere, because then I'll stop talking. So, definitely recommend. It's only been my first session, but it's good. I just need to bounce some things off. I need to hear some things, smart things, work on myself, you know, and it's no shame. So if you feel like you need it, just do it. So the biggest deterrent for me was just like, I don't know who to go to with my insurance, but like all the those online places you see ads for, they match you with somebody with your insurance. I was like, oh, this was so easy. I was like, why did I wait so long? So yeah, here's your thing today. If you need some therapy, everybody does. Everybody can benefit from some self-reflection. And so one of the biggest things she encouraged me to start doing is just journaling. There we go. Matchmaking failed. So showdowns, it appears, are still not working. And so I've been doing that a lot more consistently. It's just a way to process what you're feeling rather than hold it all in, because that's what I tend to do. And then I just get really irritated when I hold it all in and I don't process. And everybody, man, woman, can benefit from processing your feelings and working through triggers and trauma and all that good stuff, because everybody has a past, everybody has stuff, and some people are better at dealing with than others. And sometimes we all need a little bit of help with that. Okay, so this should be number 10 for small animals. That's my little plug for today. I was up to rank 480 last night when you were on. Nice. Oh, I need to change my gun still. Oh, do I need to do a resupply? Did that say resupply? I think that's a no, operational. Daggone. Oh, it's because I keep running out of animals still. I got it when my Nan passed away. Yeah, I feel like having an impartial third party is always beneficial when you're going through something, because they're not emotionally involved in the situation, so they can provide an outside perspective to what's going on. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So fun to fly and no cooldown like the dragon. Ooh, so I wonder if that was their way to get around the cooldown with the dragon. I wonder if they're like not gonna fix the cooldown with the dragon and like change that, but this was their way to like get around it, because it looks a lot like a dragon, right? I feel like it probably does. I think I've seen pictures, and I'm assuming that's the wyvern, however you say it. So I imagine that's their way to get around like the cooldown and stuff. All right, we have some other collectibles nearby. I did not grab the first time because then I grabbed the panther. So let's go ahead and grab this one. Maybe we'll do Black Bell while we're here, just because I do love Black Bell. See if she's got a horse stealing mission. Those are my favorite. Even though I've done them like a million times, I love just doing the horse stealing mission. I don't know why. I'm still in chapter 3 in Crimson Desert. Not sure I got the patience. The actual story, I feel like, the missions themselves are fairly quick, I feel like. The exploration is obviously very like involved. And I think the hardest part for the hardest part for me right now is that you don't even need different weapons necessarily, but you need to get the gears and you need to like get the materials to like rank them up. And that's kind of where my stopping point is right now, because I know I need to do that, but I don't know exactly what would be the best thing to do. And so I just get a little bit sort of overwhelmed with it. And then when I get overwhelmed with it, then I'm more likely to like put it down and not just like pick up and go in. Now, some of the stuff I do have to watch guides for. So like when you're up in the Nexus, up in the floaty things or whatever, I do have to like watch guides to see how to get through those, because I'm not a puzzle oriented person. And I'm okay with that. I think there's going to be a fire, lightning, and ice. Ooh, that's cool. So they're going to add in different, What was I even near? Okay, I feel like now I have gotten reset a couple times. Yeah, on the don't kill an animal. This one is wind. That's cool, though. An ice one would be sweet, I feel like. Looking. It's pretty blue. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, they've definitely been adding a lot of stuff. I play a game on my phone and have a guild in it and don't know any of the people, but I can always let out how I'm feeling without being judged. Yeah. I mean, that's the best thing. When you have people around you that can let you talk and process and not judge you, or you not feel judged, like that's excellent. Your knowledge work kept spawning in at Roanoke Ridge and campsite spawn. Oh, nice. Yeah, let's go. Okay, yeah, it can take some patience, as you can see, but it does sometimes work. I won't say it works 100% of the time, but I go on YouTube, it tells you everything. I mean, YouTube is great for a lot of information. I love YouTube. Damn. I knew that was going to happen when he jumped early. I'm so sorry, Shadowfax. I'm so sorry, buddy. That was a hard one. We're gonna send you back to the stables. That was a hard one, buddy. I'm sorry. We'll pull out. You can see my Clodruber. This is a Starian. By the way, if you like Baldur's Gate, there is a book out there about Astarion, and the voice actor reads it. So if you like Astarion's voice, you can listen to the book with Astarion himself reading it. So this is my Clodruber. A lot of people don't like the Roman nose. I love the Roman nose. I think it's beautiful. Look at that. It's so distinguished. This is my distinguished boy. I probably would have named this one Shadowfax if it had come first. But now I can't change him. My speckled gray is Shadowfax, even though Shadowfax is pure white. There are a total 4 eggs on the map. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to look that up and just like log in and at least get those. Have they added the capacity to have any more pets, Kat? I think it's still at like 30, right? And I'm like, oh my god, you keep adding all these animals and I need you to add more, the ability to have more pets. I don't want to let anybody go. I don't want to let them go. You're a Denny's. Well, I appreciate that. There's a lot of people that are very passionate about Red Dead. It would be nice if Rockstar would start updating again. I would love it because I love it so much. I feel like I've lost a lot of my knowledge too because there's just, I play what I want to do now instead of doing the whole game necessarily. So there's people that have like way more knowledge than me, but I do have got some tricks up my sleeve. Hey, look, there's another train. Rhodes is another place that can be a good place for trains, but I still like McFarlane's best. Ooh, we got a blueberry nearby. A blueberry? All right, I'm very unfocused. I'm going to go to an area where I can collect a little bit because I'm unfocused, and so I want to do something, but I'm too unfocused to do something. So we're going to go to Manzanita because my guess is there's some good collectibles out there. There's always good collectibles in the plains. Still 30 for now. Ooh, has there been any mention of them increasing that? Because I'm like so sad. I want the, there's a couple that I want that they added. But I want one of everything. So I'm going to need them to adjust that number and take it up to, I don't know, 80 or 100. Is there a cap on the number of horses you can get? Because I feel like I never reached that cap and I've got like 15 and I'm like, maybe it's 30 as well and just don't know because I haven't reached that high. But I was like, I feel like there's not a cap on mounts, so why is there a cap on pets? Maybe because they all go to camp and so it would like make the game buggy. But they could like put a cap, they could just be like, okay, you can have 100 pets, but only 10 of them are going to show up in camp at a given time. And it's just like a random 10. That would be okay. I think that would work. The cool thing about Crimson Desert is you can do a lot of things in there that like you would want to do in Red Dead, but you can't do in Red Dead. So like having a little farm with animals and planting. And of course there's horses and there's pets that you can have. And of course there's dragons. At the end of the day, I enjoy Crimson Desert. It'll never beat Red Dead for me in terms of like how much I enjoy a game. Red Dead is still my #1 game. I just love it. To me, they're two different games, so it's hard to like compare them. I don't want to say Red Dead is the better game. It's just different, and it's the better game for me, I think. If that makes sense. Oop. Pass by. I do want to change my outfit up again, though. Maybe we'll put the Clovely back on. I do like that one. Dude, look at these cute little mushrooms here. I don't know that I've ever noticed them like this in this area. This is really pretty on the ground. Why does this area in the ground look so different than I feel like I'm used to? That's crazy. Okay, bye, Cassie. I hope you get some good sleeps. It's like middle of the night there for you right now, isn't it? All right, did we get all the arrowheads? Or we need one more? We might need one more. I'm not actually sure how many I've gotten. One more. Okay. Let's go out this way. Do I have the Clovely on me? I do. There we go. Yeah, so I'm almost finished with my one class. My accelerated class is... I'm probably about 3/4 of the way through now. I've got like 5 more quizzes to do, I think. The nice thing about this class is there's literally... It's just read the chapter, take a quiz. And I'm not gonna lie. I scan the chapter and then I take the quiz using the textbook because it's an open note. So I just like search for it and like find it. And some of the questions are easy. Like, I don't want to say easy. They're just, for me, common knowledge, just with, I guess, my learning background. So I don't have to worry about them as much. And then there's some questions that I was like, I have no idea. So like, I'll have to figure that out. Let's see though. I've got, but that's the nice thing. It's just, so even though it was a lot in a short period of time, once I figured out that I didn't have to like read and take notes on the chapter, it was fine. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quizzes left, a discussion, and the final examination. And that's all due by June 18th. So in the next... Shit, what's today? The 6th. Okay, I've got a quiz due tomorrow. Okay, I've got a quiz due tomorrow. I've got a quiz due Monday. Tuesday. And then Thursday, next Saturday. I have 2 things due next Saturday. And then final quiz on Monday the 15th, and then the final examination on the 18th. So in a week and a half, I will have taken 5 quizzes, 1 discussion post, and a final examination. But the nice thing is it is an open book, so that's fine. And then that just leaves me with my other class, which is also super easy because it's literally like the first 2 weeks were the hardest. That's where I was like really panicking because I had, for law, I had every other day, like read a chapter and take a quiz. And then for the entrepreneurship class, I had literally same thing where I had to like read a chapter, do like 2 case studies, another couple other mini sims. There was also a quiz. There were like 8 assignments, and it was 2 chapters in like a week and a half. So like 16 assignments. And I was like, I'm going to die. Like I won't make it, but it's settled down. So like for entrepreneurship now, it's usually like read the chapter, take a quiz, take this like 1 case study, maybe a mini sim. There's just like 3 items maybe. And so it's like much better. And then that's it. That is it for the AS. And then I've just got an English and a math in fall to go toward my general requirements for my bachelor's. I'm so pissed off though because I'm like, I should not have to take this many classes for my bachelor's. I already did 2.5 years toward my bachelor's out of high school. It's such a racket, man. And they're saying I need a couple other classes, and I'm like, I need you to count my religion and my philosophy and my psychology class toward these other electives because I don't want to take them as an adult. I don't need them. Thank you. I do not need them. Please stop. Don't make me. All right, we're gonna go grab a coin out here. So work is starting to settle down. School's going pretty well. So I'm actually in like a much better place than I have been, which is nice. I just need a little bit of stability, and I feel like I haven't really had much of that lately. Not a lot of stability. So that's what I need. A little bit of stability. I am potentially going to change jobs. I am actively looking. I am interviewing right now at a position. I would love to get it. It's very competitive there, so I don't know what my chances are. I have a good shot. I have a lot of good experience and specific experience they're looking for. But it is a very competitive place. So we'll see. I've got an interview next week. And we'll see how it goes. It would be a really good move for me if I could get it. If not, I'm just going to keep applying because I think I just need to get out of my current work situation. Like things are starting to settle down, but there's still a lot of issues with it. And some ongoing stuff that's happening. And I think it's probably, I've been there 2 years now, so I think it's time for a change. I normally wouldn't say that because I do like, again, stability, but I think it'll be good to get somewhere else. I think the hat for the outfit is glitched because I destroyed the revenue agent more than once and I still didn't get the hat. Has it been more than 72 hours? I feel like people said they got everything but the shirt. But it wouldn't surprise me if there were other things not working. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully the interview will go well. I don't always interview well because I don't love to talk about myself. And I feel like in my brain and writing it down, like I'm so good at articulating what I would want to say, but then when I actually try to say it, it doesn't come out well. I'm sure a lot of people feel like that though. I like think later and I'm like, oh my god, I could have said it this way. I could have said it this way. And like when I'm talking to nobody, it does come out like that. But then when I'm talking to people, I like forget everything I was gonna say. At the end of the day, I know that I will do a good job. And so I'm like, I know if you hire me, I'm going to do an amazing job and you're not going to regret it. But that sounds so arrogant to say that. But it's just because I have a good work ethic. And I know that not everybody does. But obviously there are other people out there that maybe would learn the job faster. They had a lot of questions in the video interview about technology and stuff. And so I'm wondering if they want somebody, not that you can legally do this, but I'm wondering if they want somebody a little bit younger who's a little bit more like, you know, tech savvy. I can learn pretty much anything though when it comes to technology. I just don't like go out of my way to learn stuff until I need it or want it, and then I do. Like I don't have to have the latest phone or the latest technology. When I need something, then I learn how to use it. Like when I first started doing editing for videos, I didn't know how to do that. I looked up, I researched what type of programs were good ones to use, then I researched guides on them, then I started practicing. That's just how I learned. Did you find out which animal can't look up to the sky? Wait a minute, didn't you tell me? Or did somebody say that and I just thought that was the answer and it wasn't? Can I cheat? Wait, didn't somebody say a pig? Somebody did say a pig, and it is a pig. That's so weird. Their necks are incredibly short, rigid, and made of heavy muscle and bone.
Hello.
From a standing position, it is physically impossible for them to tilt their heads completely backward to graze directly overhead. You know, I feel like Disney or maybe they're not Disney. I feel like these movies have I forgot I'm showing online right now. I probably need to turn that off. Like Babe looks up at the sky. You know, Wilbur looks up at the sky and breathes the air and looks at the sun. Like, I feel like they've lied to me my entire life. While they cannot point their noses straight up, they can still view the sky by tilting their head slightly, rooting around, or simply lying on their backs. Oh, another animal often discussed in this context is the mole, which spends almost its entire life underground and has adapted to have a tiny, highly limited eyes, making looking up impossible. So apparently the mole as well. What's the movie that's Marry the Mole? Marry the Mole. Is it Thumbelina? Might be Thumbelina. Someone did tell me last week. Yeah, somebody did say pig. Okay. I was like, I feel like we discussed this. See, we're learning all sorts of interesting facts today. So many facts. But I can't believe it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Babe and Wilbur both looked up to the sky. I'm just saying. I know they're animated, but come on. Realism. Ooh, I started watching Hoppers this morning. I just wanted to check it out and kind of like get a feel what kind of movie it's going to be. I was pretty excited for it. I actually like it so far. It's pretty cute. And I totally identify with her because, like, you know, she's trying to set all the animals free out of cages and stuff. And I was like, yeah, go girl. You do it. Was that Bonanza? I may have been humming Bonanza. I don't know. I just like flit from one thing to the next. But if somebody points it out, then I can never remember what I was humming or get it back. Because now, what comes to my mind when you say Bonanza is which I believe is not Bonanza. I believe that is the Young Riders. Sorry, that was a really bad version of that too. I need to take a drink of water. My throat's really dry. Am I talking too much? So yeah, I hum a lot of things. I can't help it. It's my brain. That's why I'm Literally, as I'm talking, I'm just riding around doing... Oh, we can get a last arrowhead over here. I'm just like riding around doing nothing. We also just... Look, guys, when don't kill an animal is a daily, you trample everything. If trample is a daily, you cannot trample anything to save your life. I'm just saying. Rocks are such a troll. They're so... Ooh! Danger noodle. Speaking of snakes. Danger noodle. Starium was like, nah. Get off. Now I can't even think of Bonanza. Yeah, it's gone. I don't know. But yeah, that's my brain. And I'll do it and I won't realize it. It pisses some people off. Like if you're around, and I can understand why. Like if you don't want to, if you want quiet, I guess. Where I'm like unintentionally humming or singing or like talking. Like, I can understand why it would drive somebody crazy. But I was like, I can't help it, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, little badger. All right, we'll take it. The pig is the only animal who can literally eat anything, even a soap poop. That's so gross. They will eat just about anything, though. You ever watch Criminal Minds? What season was that? Was it like the end of season 3 or the end of season 4 or something, whatever, at the pig farm? It was horrifying. It was like a serial killer that was coming into the States, but they lived in Canada, and so it was like across the border. And they lived on a pig farm. It's a pretty horrifying episode, actually. Okay, let's see. Your focus needs more focus. I've been going like an hour and a half and I've literally done nothing. All right, let's go catch our fish. We can go to Saint Denis. Okay, bye, Edward. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. All right, any collectibles around here? Actually, there's a card up in the house we could get. Ooh, and a fossil. Don't forget to get a fossil if you don't have the lovely outfit entirely. That gives you one of the pieces. Run into this pole. Dude, why do they break them up so much? If you don't have the drop suspenders, okay, they're not anything really super special, but if you want them, make sure you grab a fossil. We'll grab one after I go get my fishes. So when you're fishing and you need different kinds of fish, make sure you use Eagle Eye. The fish all have different shapes and you can see it in the water, and you want to cast near different fish. So if you get a perch, like don't cast near the perch. Best thing to use is a special spinner because you don't have to put bait on in between. And the special spinner will catch anything. If you switch to like a lake lure, river lures, any of those, then you can only catch the bigger fish. So we got perch out there on the back left. We got rock bass right here in the front. I see pickerel in there in the back. Okay, there's at least 3 in here. Oh, and the bluegill. Bluegill is the last one. So there are 4 in here. Morning, Rose. Level 950. How many hours you spent in the game? Too many. Too many. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to be... I forget how to fish when I come back in here. So on this account here, if it's counted correctly, because I'm not sure it counted if it brought my overs hour correctly from PS4. So this is just my main PlayStation account. I have 6,849. But I also have an Xbox account, 3 other PlayStation accounts, and a PC account that also are between 1 and 300 rank. So... Too many hours. But I promise, I am a functioning member of society. I have a job, full-time job. I have a life. I go outside. I touch grass. I went for a walk this morning. It was lovely. I used to walk with my dogs all the time at a, whatever you call it, nearby. It was a set of trails that was nearby where I lived. Okay, we got the chain pickerel. What was the first fish I got? Because I totally forgot. Was it a rock bass? I don't think it was a perch. Let's try for a purge. I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, too many hours. I'd say between all my accounts, I've got to be at 10K or over 10K. I appreciate that this person has, like, we've never played together. We loaded into a mission together. And I didn't realize they got stuck in the building. Here's a purge. The pandemic was a special time. I have a lot of hours in during the pandemic. So we've never actually played together. So I appreciate that they're sending me like things to try to hook up, because I like accepted their friend request, but we've literally never played together. But I was like, that's number 3. I was like, I feel like probably you should know by now, but I don't. I would come back if they made it 60 FPS, because 30 FPS just hurts my eyes. That is wild to me. Like that and I'm not judging you or like saying it's not true, because your experience is your experience. But when people say that they can't handle 30 FPS anymore, that it actually hurts their eyes, that is so crazy to me, because it's like, I've played both 30 FPS and 60 FPS games, and it's like, I don't really know, like, it doesn't bother me like that. It's so weird. So that's just like an interesting life experience that I don't know what I've caught now, honestly. I feel like there's one I haven't caught. I know I've caught a perch. I know I've caught a pickerel. Have I caught... I don't see bluegill in here. Have I caught a bluegill? We'll just go grab 2 big fish. That's fine. We'll grab like a... We'll grab a... I know the exact spot to go. Because there's 2 medium size and a big fish we can catch. 30 FPS can look ashy after a while playing 60 FPS games. Much more common now. Yeah, I guess for me, it doesn't bother me, or I don't notice it that much. Maybe some games would bother me more than others, but I mean, like, I still love playing Shining Force that was on Sega Genesis, 8-bit game. Like, you know, I don't know. So maybe I just don't care as much. Like, maybe graphics weren't as important to me. I don't know. It's just interesting. Like, I hear that, I'm just like, wow, that just sounds so crazy to me. Like, Red Dead to me looks so beautiful, and I don't really notice... Now, here's what I would say. If I was playing Red Dead in 60 FPS, and then I had to go back to playing Red Dead in 30 FPS, then maybe it would be a huge deal for me. And I'd be like, oh, no, I can't go back to this. But because it's different games, then... I think it doesn't bother me as much, because Red Dead has always been 30 FPS. Does that make... I guess maybe does that make sense? I think that's what it is for me, honestly. And maybe I notice it and like just don't know that I'm noticing it. I don't know. But I think if it were... Yeah, I think if I were playing Red Dead in 60 FPS and then had to go back, I think that's when it would bother me. All right, how close am I to the river here? Okay, not too far. We're gonna go right here. So we are actually gonna travel to Rhodes a little bit closer. Mine's 9,000 hours and only rank 890, so it probably didn't transfer properly. Yeah, I don't think my hours did transfer properly. I remember thinking that when it first happened. I was like, oh, my hours didn't come over or whatever. But also, like, you could have 9,000 hours in and not do a lot of things that give you a lot of XP and so not be as high rank. Not that I super focus on XP and rank. I only notice when I switch back to 30 FPS, but it goes back to, it goes away after 5 minutes. So if you're playing a 60 FPS and then you go back to 30 FPS, you notice the difference, but only for a few minutes. Yeah, I guess everybody's just different. Plus, I mean, everybody obviously has different eyesight and different things, sensitivities in terms of, and like how your brain processes stuff. So what's my all-time favorite PS5 game? I mean, Red Dead Redemption is my ultimate favorite game of all time too. That's not a PS5 exclusive, but it is my favorite game of all time. When it comes to like exclusive games, Ghost of Yotei is probably... Ghost of Yotei and Ghost of Tsushima are both up there. But at the end of the day, Red Dead is still my favorite game of all time. Now, one of my favorite older games of all time is Shining Force 2 on Sega Genesis. I love that game. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yotei take a very close second place to favorite game of all time. I love the sword mechanics. They are so fun. Okay, so here's where we're going to swap to our lake lure, because then we won't get any small fish But we can get that steelhead trout that's right there, and then there should be big fish in here too. Big fish. So let's grab one of these guys. We grew up playing games on 30 FPS, so why is it any different now? I think it's cute. You think I grew up on 30 FPS games. I'm from the 8-bit era. I may have been exaggerating on the couple hours thing. No concept of time. Yeah, I guess I don't notice stuff like that either, necessarily. I'm purely an XP grinder. I want that 1K. These ranks are... Oh my gosh. The top end ranks are so brutal. All right. Can we get this big fish? Here, big fish. Here, big fish. But I feel like since I stopped paying attention to like this month, or not this month, but 900 to 9, what am I, 950 now? Went so much faster than I was expecting. Like I was not expecting it at all. This is going to be a trout again, I think. Yeah. No, we need the big fish. We need the big fish. I mean, I guess I do need trout as well, so these are good. Madam Nazar talks too much. All right, but it's worth selling these as a set, you know. Dude, my throat is so sore. I don't know how I'm going to stream Fortnite later. Like, I feel like my... Look, I feel like I haven't even been... I mean, I have been talking a lot, but it's like only been an hour and a half. You think my voice would be used to this every Saturday by now? I had a fucking Atari. Okay, yes. I believe my brother had an Atari. I probably played Atari too. Like, but I don't remember the Atari that much. The first one I remember is NES. Nintendo. So the original Nintendo. That was my... is this a trout again? Daggone it. That was like my first like Super Mario. Like, yeah. Duck Hunt. Mm-hmm. That was my first experience with gaming. That I can remember. Come on, big fish. There's not even trout around. I'm like, this is literally all little fish, and then you big fish. Come on, turn around. Turn around. Come take my bait. Big fish. Big fish. Now the trout come in from the right. No! No! Big fish. Big fish. Who's going to get there first? Who's going to get there first? Okay, I think this is the big fish. This is the big fish. Did you have a PS1 or PS2? Any PS2 favorite games? Oh my gosh, PS2 was my sweet spot, okay? PS2 had like Mary King's Riding Star. The other equestrian one that was so much fun where you did 3-day eventing. Like the Gallop Racers, I think, were PS2. There were so many good horse games on PS2. I miss them all. They were so fantastic. What was... Okay, don't break the line. Don't break the line. PS2 horse games. Dude, so many good ones. I do kind of want to switch to now because there's like the Barbie horse game is coming out. I know, guys. I know. I've never played a Barbie game in my life, but like the horse game looks really good. And I was like, I kind of want it, but I don't have a Switch to. Okay, so Breeders' Cup. Breeders' Cup was on PS2. Equestrian Challenge. Lucinda Green's Equestrian Challenge. Oh my god. I want to buy a PS2 and re-get that game. I'm sure it's terrible at this point. I am sure it is terrible to try to play it at this point. I'm not like unrealistic. It's a PS2 game. It's an old game. Like it's probably terrible, but back when I was playing them, oh my god, I loved them. Riding Star, Mary King's Riding Star. Yes, they were so good. Those were my favorite PS2 games. I loved them. And then PS3 would have been Red Dead Redemption 1. So that would have been my favorite. So I didn't have a PS1. I think my older brother had a PS1, but I did not. I don't know that I played any games on the PS1. I think it was his, and I don't think I played it. I don't remember. So PS2 was like my first PlayStation gaming system. And so that was where I played all the horse games, PS2. And then I got a PS3 for Red Dead Redemption 1. And then I got a PS4 for Red Dead Redemption 2. And then a PS5 because apparently now I'm a gamer, I guess. I don't know. Apparently that was my, because like I didn't get the PS3 had been out forever before I got it, and I only got it because somebody recommended it for the horses. They were like, oh, if you like the horses, you should try Red Dead Redemption 1. Like it has really good horses in there, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing! Like I love this. And then who knew like Red Dead 2 was gonna be? I mean, these horses are so much better than Red Dead 1. And now I'm a gamer, so you know, that's me, I guess. Now I do videos, I stream. Who knew? Who knew? But yeah, PS2 was the era of horse games, and I wish that they would do it for PS5, I guess. I don't know. Did we get our fish? I wasn't even paying attention. I got those two and just assumed I'd gotten it. Okay, 5 types of fish caught. All right, we got to go visit a shop in Saint Denis. I missed the PS2 startup. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even remember. And it's funny because, like, I was on the PS2 a bunch. Dude, you can buy it. Lucinda Green's Equestrian Challenge PS2. You can buy it right here. 20 bucks. Dude, I kind of want to get a PS... And the graphics are horrendous, so to look at it. But, like, oh, it was so much fun. Could I even stream from a PS2? I don't even know how that would work. Where are we going? Saint Denis. I don't know. Greatest gaming console ever, PS2. So many exclusives. The thing, and I hate exclusivity. I've talked about this before. I hate that PlayStation has exclusive games that nobody else can play, because when an amazing game is made, I want everybody to be able to experience it. Like Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games of all time. It's right behind Red Dead 2. The sword mechanics, the story, it's a beautiful setting. I just love it so much. And I'm like, the fact that if you only play on Xbox, now PC got it, so PC was able to play it. But the fact that if you only are an Xbox player that you can never experience Ghost of Tsushima, I think is kind of crap. I think it's kind of crap. And I don't like it. Oh, we did have a Game Boy. I do remember Game Boy. We did have a Game Boy. Oh my gosh. Remember playing games back in the day where you can't save anything? It's just you play as far as you can, you get as far as you can, and then when you have to stop playing, it's like, that's it. And the next time you have to start over. I don't miss those days. I don't miss those days. But we did have a Game Boy. Did we have a color Game Boy? I don't remember if we got the color Game Boy. I know we had a black and white Game Boy, though. Oh. Well, howdy. He's so proper. Fancy bow to him. He was like, good morning, ma'am. Yeah, I'm wondering, too, if that's also the thing. Like, maybe... I mean, my monitors are decent, but they're by no means the high... They're getting older now, and they're not anywhere near the, like, top end. I wonder if I would notice 30 FPS and 60 FPS more if my monitors were better. I bet you I would. So, like, that would make more sense to me. Like, when somebody says they have trouble going back to 30 FPS because it's such a difference with them, it hurts their eyes. And I wonder if, because of the way my monitor... Like, this right now on my monitor on Red Dead, like, I don't have any issues at all with how this looks. And I'm constantly going back and forth between 30 FPS and 60 FPS games. But I wonder if it's just because of my monitors. Like, if I had a really crisp, high-end monitor, would that feel different? Maybe. I started with Game Boy Advance, but I remember my cousin had Spider-Man on Game Boy Color. Yeah, I don't know that we had a Game Boy Color. Like, that is not ringing any bells. We could have, though. I bet my brothers would probably know more. I remember we played... So NES was the original one we got. We did have a Nintendo 64. Because I remember we played the... Do a barrel roll. The Star Fox, whatever the Father Fox one. That was fun. Whatever that one was. And then, was it... What was the system that we played... GoldenEye, but the other one, Perfect Dark. I think that was a Nintendo 64. Perfect Dark was so much fun. That was like my first experience with like shooting type game.
Yep.
Donkey Kong Country on Game Boy Advance. Yes, I don't. You know what? We didn't really do Donkey Kong when I was younger, that I remember. I did a little bit, but not a ton. I don't remember beyond. Obviously, like, The Legend of Zelda is one of the best games of all time. I love that one. That was original NES. Obviously, the Super Mario 1 and Super Mario 3. Super Mario 2 was not that much fun that I remember. It's me, Mario. Do 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 do. I'm trying to think of some of the other, like, classics. I don't remember liking... So I think we got this, whatever the second Legend of Zelda was, like Link's something or whatever, and I don't remember that one being any good. But then, like, after that, Sega Genesis, I felt like was... Like, Shining Force and Shining Force 2 were two of my favorite games. And they're both turn-based games, but I thought it was so fun because you could get... You go around, like, collecting characters, and then at some point, like, you can only have, like, 12 or 13 or whatever out of all the ones you get. And so you've got... You know, your like up close melee, you got, you know, your paladin, you've got archers, and then as you get to a certain level with them, you can upgrade, like you can promote them, and like Chester, for example, which is a centaur, can either become a paladin that is like on the ground still, or if you get the wing, he can become a Pegasus where he flies, and so he has more movement. But you lose out on a little bit of defense and like attack, I think, if you become... So there's like pros and cons of each. And then you have like Karna, who's like one of the best in the game, where she can become a monk, but if you have the Vigor Ball, I think it is, you could become a Master Monk. No, what was the other one? You can become a... not a monk. She can become a Master Monk with the Vigor Ball, or she can just become whatever the regular, like... If you're going to be like a healer, you want to go with the other one. But if you want to become amazing, you go Master Monk, because then she has like this high attack, and she can also heal. So it's like really cool. But if you want to go like more the spell side, you go with the other one. I don't remember what the other one was called. Not Monk. Not regular Monk. I don't remember what her upgrade was called. But that was so much fun to me. And then you have like, you know, 12 to 13 characters that you're going to attack. So the reason why I struggle with Baldur's Gate, even though I have experience and do love a turn-based game, it's only 4 characters. So I'm like, how the hell do I beat 16 characters when I only have 4? And I know that this is because there's other mechanics that I don't understand, but I'm just like, I don't understand because I only have 4 people. So it's like, do I attack or do I heal myself so that I can just have to heal myself again next round? And like, I don't know. Hey, Ronald, how's it going? Howdy from Arizona. Howdy, love. Welcome. So yeah, so I want to be into Baldur's Gate more, but I like just seriously need to watch a couple really good guides, I feel like. Because I don't understand only having 4 players to attack. I'm like, how do you do this with 4? Like, with 12 to 13, it makes sense. You have your front line that are attacking melee. You have your archers that are attacking from the back. Then you have like, you know, your wizards and like your magician people, like whatever they're called, and they're using spells. And then you have your healers. So I always have 2 healers on my team. And I was like, with 4 people, it's like, what the hell do I do? I don't even know what to do. Do I just keep trying to attack and hope I kill this, you know, these 4 people that are surrounding me, and, you know, or do I spend all of my... Because eventually you run out, like you can't keep up with the heals when you're being attacked over and over again. I was like, I don't know, it's just super confusing to me. Splinter Cell is peak stealth. I definitely never played that. At some point, I'm going to pick up my playthrough of Control again, because it's part of the Alan Wake universe, and I think it's really cool, and I kind of want to know more about that. So I got a couple. I'm kind of like venturing out of my comfort zone with some games. All right. Let's stop riding around without doing anything. Let's grab this one here. Any news on the 60 FPS update? I'm still hopeful. I mean, I have never heard... I heard people, like, speculating, but when Red Dead 1 dropped... I think, did Red Dead 1 drop a 60 FPS update? What dropped a 60 FPS update? Whatever it was, we realized it probably wasn't for Red Dead 2. So, I mean, Rockstar, is, to my knowledge, has not ever put out anything about a 60 FPS update. So, no, I have not heard any news on it, unfortunately. So, I never believe anything until... Even the leaks, like, leakers can get you so far. Like, sometimes they have good information, but, like, I never believe anything until Rockstar actually says it. Hey, Rio Gal, how's it going? I got Nintendo around age 20 after moving out and played Mario a lot, but got stuck on levels and had to have... my 10 and 12-year-old nephews get me through the level. 100%. I don't know that I've actually ever beaten an entire, like, Mario game. I honestly, I don't know. Because you can't save. So, like, right? When you... you have to beat it. Or, like, that's it. I also don't love games where if you die a certain amount of times, that's it. You have to start over. I'm like, unlimited deaths, please. Do, 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 do. If Rockstar ups its game to 60 FPS, they'll probably make us pay for it. 100%. I mean, like, hopefully it would be a small amount. Like, maybe it would just be like a $5 or $10 upgrade. Now, I think for GTA, they did give it free to people who owned it for a certain amount of time. And if you didn't get it in that amount of time, then look at all these spoon bills, man. That's a lot of spoon bills. If you didn't get it with a certain amount of time, then you had to pay later, and it was like 10 bucks. So hopefully they would do something like that. Rose says it's definitely coming. It was listed in the court filings for the Activision acquisition Xbox was doing. Many games were leaked during that. New gen RDO was supposed to come out a couple years ago. It was listed. Okay, so there you go. Rose says it's actually listed, but like until Rockstar says it's coming, I don't actually believe. I'll be like, yeah, we might get it one day, but I'm like, until they say it's coming, like who knows? Like maybe we'll get it 3 years from now. Maybe we'll get it tomorrow. Like I mean, you know, it's crazy because they are probably one of the worst companies ever when it comes to communication. And we've talked about this before. It's because they have no competition. They have nobody forcing them to be better. And so they're like, we can do whatever we want because, you know, nobody is going to compete with us. So yeah, maybe it will come one day. That'd be nice. I would like it. I'd pay $10 to get an upgrade. Like, that's fine. My day's been pretty good. Thank you. How has your day been? Like I said, at the end of the day, like on my monitors currently, it's 30 FPS for this game is fine. Like I think it looks fine. Now, I'm sure 60 FPS looks much better. I guess it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers some people, but you know, everybody's different. So I hope it comes for the sake of everybody who like really wants it. What am I going for here? There is... Well, the card isn't here, so that's what I'm going for first. But there is a metal detector around here somewhere. I remember where allegedly Red Dead 1 and GTA 4 were shelved, and at least they finished with Red Dead 1. Hopefully GTA 4 comes out sooner rather than later. It'd be nice if Rockstar just gave any indication what they were planning to do, you know? Like, give us some information. Like, give us a roadmap of, like, hey, this is projected to come in the next year. Hey, this is projected to come in the next 5 years. Like, just give us some hope, man. Give us some, you know. I'd pay $10 just for horse mask. I feel so bad for people who don't have horse masks and they just, like, won't bring them back for some reason. And I don't understand why. They could put it in as a monthly reward. They could put Halloween Pass 1 back in the daggone game during Halloween instead of Halloween Pass 2 for like 7 years in a row. Like, what is up with that? Like, put... At least then people would have a couple masks. Holy cow. Is that all crows up there? That is a lot of crows. I hate to do it, but I could get some small birds with these crows. And I get one of them. 2 of them. I don't know what update it was when they jacked up, like, shooting up toward the sky, shooting animals up toward the sky, but man, it gets real annoying. It's like your Deadeye won't work. Listening to relaxing music? Nice. What kind of music are you listening to? Dude, I put on, like, I went to bed early last night. Like, I went and laid down at, I don't know, 7:30. I've just been so tired. And I did a little journaling because I'm being good. And then I put on some, like, I have Calm Health through my work. I got it for free. And I put on some, like, relaxing bilateral stim music to try to just help me relax, like, go to sleep. And I was like, man, it brought up a whole lot of emotions I wasn't expecting. And I was like, okay, we're going to turn you off because now I want to just, like... Oh, guess we weren't supposed to kill him. He was a homesteader. My bad. I was like, it sounded soothing, but apparently my soul did not want it. Rockstar's being so stingy with the horse masks. So I turned that off and I turned an audiobook on with the... What am I doing? Searching for valuables. Oh, is it back? I thought it just auto gave this to me at some point. Or there was like a thing back here that might have been story mode. Is it behind the homestead? Hello? Okay, I thought house, but homestead is probably just like the whole place, so maybe we're back here. Hello? Hello? Oh, here we go. What's this? Focus on the clue. Okay. Is there a way to get 10 gold bars through Social Club? I know there were ways to get gold bars by doing like 2-factor authentication and then also setting some... There was another one you could do as well, but I honestly can't remember at this point. It's been so long since I've done it. There was something to do with Social Club where you could go gold bars, but I don't know if it was link your account or I cannot remember. Right now I'm listening to Bring Me to Life K-Bach remix. Oh, that sounds interesting. Search Pleasance for the valuables. I found the valuables. And we just trampled another animal. Okay, it did live. I'm just like, man, I'll never get that daily. Pick up valuables. Double authentication. I know one was definitely the 2-factor authentication, but yeah. It's been so long since I've done that on a character. So is anybody planning to get Assassin's Creed Black Flag coming out? That's coming out in July, I think. I'm still on the fence. I want to watch some more. I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping if I do get this other job, I'm hoping that the schedule is flexible, a little more flexible. Like I can work 6:30 to 2:30 or 3 or 7 to 3:30. That would be nice. Just glitch a map and get 100 if they didn't fix it as fair game. Yeah, I don't like to do that kind of stuff. You never know. I feel like you never know with Rockstar when they might come back and like penalize people for doing glitches. They did it in GTA years after the fact, so like I wouldn't put it past them. So I like to keep my account free from potential deactivation. I'll just drop them here. Drop the valuables. Personally. But that's just me. Also, happy Saturday, David. I don't know that I said that to you. Happy Saturday. It is a good day. Someday for sure. Yeah, I don't know if I'll wait. It is like $60. And I have to re-up my PlayStation Plus this month. I have not played the original Black Flag. That's where I'm like torn because my only experience with Assassin's Creed games really is Valhalla and Mirage and Shadows. And I have not finished Valhalla. I don't super love the combat. Mirage I didn't enjoy. And I only played like... I had a trial, so I only played like 2 or 3 hours. I don't even know that I own the full game. Shadows, I did complete the main storyline and Naoe and Yasuke's individual storylines. I have not 100% of the game. When I think about going back into it, I'm just not super excited about it. The combat can be fun in that one. I don't like the movement and the parkour and stuff. I feel like Naoe gets stuck on ledges all the time, and I'm like, dude, girl, either freaking pull yourself up onto the roof or drop your ass off the side. But we're just dangling here, letting everybody know where we are. And that's kind of how I feel about most of the game when I play it. So I haven't really done much going back into that one to try to complete it. And at the end of the day, the side stuff's not super fun to me. So that's my Assassin's Creed experience. It's just meh to not great. And everybody tells me the older stuff is so much better than the newer stuff. So I am more inclined to try it, but I did not play the original. And I will say, out of all like the genres or like areas, like I don't love ships. So I'm like, now I've seen a lot of gameplay on land, And it looks beautiful, and the animals look fantastic, and like I feel like it could be really good, but I'm like, will I actually like this for $60? I don't know. So that's where I'm at right now. You play AC Shadows. Did you like AC Shadows? Like when I compare, and it's obviously it's not the same game, but when I think about like samurai and like Japanese, you know, type games, like Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yotei, like blow it out of the water for me. Like that's the type of gameplay I like. That's the type of side missions I like. That's the type of dynamic content I like. The type of movement, the type of like everything. Like to me, that is a super fun game. That is the standard to which I base other things off of. And to me, Assassin's Creed games just fall really short of that. So that's like, I don't know, difficult for me to think about spending that kind of money when I'm like, ooh, my experience with Assassin's Creed has not been like great. So will I like this? When I have so many other games like I'm spending money on right now. Like I'm going to spend $70 to re-up PlayStation Plus. There's a little mini DLC coming to Disney that I'm gonna buy. You know, it's just, I don't know. I played AC Valhalla and didn't finish it, deleted after a couple hours. I played a lot of hours in Valhalla. Like I played a lot. I'm not close to finishing it though, I don't think. I would still have a lot left. But it's just like when I hop in, it's okay. It's like okay. It's not terrible. It's just like, I don't know, the fighting mechanics aren't super fun. So it's just like, it's okay. There's nothing special about it, I guess, you know. Valhalla is one of the worst games ever made. Yeah, that was my... So there you go. That's my first Assassin's Creed experience. You can see why I'm a little bit shy about Assassin's Creed games. Because I'm like, my first experience was not fantastic. Oop. Getting colder. There we go. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. I have a really good feeling about it, though the uncertainty of different tastes is hard to reconcile. It's true. And that it's true. I'm just like, but everybody, I know you, Rose, are a huge advocate for the older stuff. Like, I know everybody tells me like the older stuff is better. And I believe you. I totally believe you. But I'm like, ooh, would I even like the old format though? I don't know. That's kind of where I am right now. I'm sure I'll get it at some point, whether or not I get it. Origins was the best, hands down. Yeah, and I think I have Origins and Odyssey. I just have such a hard time going back and playing older games. I know, I'm such a snob. Even though there's older games that I love, and like, obviously I grew up with older games, I get so spoiled with newer mechanics that going back to play older games that have really bad mechanics hurts me. The Witcher 3 was really hard to get through. I got through it, but it was really hard. I had to fight really hard to finish that main storyline. And I haven't done either of the DLCs yet that I have. Because, dude, the mechanics are just so terrible. And I feel like if you played it when it first came out, like Red Dead 1. I loved Red Dead 1. I played Red Dead 1 over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So many times. Like more than a dozen playthroughs of Red Dead 1. But to go back and try and play it now after Red Dead 2, I'm just like, oh my god, this is terrible. I can't even play this. Nobody compare Black Flag to Valhalla. Even the new one doesn't look to copy it. Origins and Odyssey is the closest you'll get to Valhalla mechanics, but they look and feel better. And I don't know. It's something about the fighting in Valhalla I just didn't love. It did, like, Sword and Shield, like, it didn't feel good, I guess. Like, Crimson Desert feels way better when it comes to combat mechanics with a Sword and Shield. Like, it's actually fun. There are so many fun combinations, so many fun different moves you can do. I really enjoy it. I actually really enjoy the combat in Crimson Desert. It can be tricky and it can be really hard, but there are a lot of really fun things about it. AC3 naval mechanics were terrible, but Black Flag was absolute perfection. Do 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 do. All right, where are we on this list here? Okay, we could cook provisions. Obviously, Showdown has not been working all morning. And defend a campsite, we haven't had one naturally pop up. And I'm not going to really try and fight for one, so that's okay. Could craft 2 toxic moonshine. Let's use blending tonics. In AC3, they were just introducing the naval stuff. How would you... Okay, I know you said not to compare Valhalla and Black Flag. But, like, even the little bit on the tiny ship in Valhalla, the little, like, whatever they call it, I hated. Is it, like... What do you do on the ship, exactly, in Black Flag? Shoot. Ugh. I just unplugged myself. What are the... How much of the game is, like, on the ship, and what kind of things are you doing on the ship? Are you, like, fighting other ships on the ship? Are you, like, fighting on your ship? On the ship? Like, people invade your ship? What are you doing on the ship? Are you just using it to get to one place to the next, and then, like, your fighting is on land? Ooh, were there sharks in Black Flag? Can you, like, go underwater and see a shark? I know there was the big cat, the leopard or whatever, because you fight it, and people were pissed off about it. I want to see a shark. Did you tell me about the sharks underwater? Did we talk about this? I remember, what was the one game that had sharks, but they were super obnoxious? Skull and Bones? When we had the... I think it was Skull and Bones when we were doing the free trial, or the, like, beta testing or whatever. And they would not leave you alone. You fight sharks. I don't want to fight them, though. I just want to watch them in their natural habitat. What about, like, whales and dolphins? Oh, apparently this is not where it is. Are we down at the next one? Oh, wait, maybe we're down at this one. Hey, Zhuo, how's it going? The naval combat is Valhalla. In Valhalla, I had nothing on Black Flag. Yeah, overall, like, Valhalla just did not do it for me. I do want to finish it one day, though, because I want to know what happens. I've never looked up and been spoiled as to what happens at the end. But it's like, I want to know. Again, I just need a clone of me that can just play video games, and the other clone can just go to work. Well, how about the clone goes to work? Sorry. Goodness, sorry about that. All the sneezes caught me off guard. How about the clone goes to work and I can just enjoy all the games? Is that okay? Is that acceptable? Sorry, clone. Thank you. So the ship, you can go whale shark fishing from your ship, attack large ships, full-blown naval warfare and storms. The biggest thing, you can sail around and board other ships. Triggers a full-on fight with the people on the ship. It's very fun. Nice. Okay. Damn, I just want to watch the whales and shark. I don't want to actually fish them. Can I just, like, watch them? Can I just be like, take out my binoculars and be like, hey, whale. Black Flag has naval combat, different ship weapons. You choose to fight enemy ships, and then you can board them and fight hand-to-hand. Okay. I feel like what I need to do, we're like a month out, so I feel like we're going to start to get more, like... I should go back and watch old stuff, actually. But I feel like we're going to start to get new clips of, like, the game now with the resync. Ah! You can go to hotspots all over the sea and go deep sea diving. Ooh, that sounds exciting. I'm sorry, buddy. I was looking at chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to watch some more. It looks beautiful. And I do want to... I mean, there's so many Assassin's Creed games. Like, I want to like them. Maybe I'm just... As much as I'm like, oh, I'm a gamer now. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe it's just certain games. There's just some games I like. The whales, you can see them jump out of the ocean as you sail dolphins too. I think, okay, that's, you know, that's amazing. I want to do that in real life. I want to go whale watching it in real life. Upgrading the Jackdaw on Black Flag was epic. Having to buy Diving Bell to search underwater to find plants to fully upgrade and make it almost indestructible. Oh, I did hear something about that where before... I don't remember. They were saying what you had to do before versus what you have the option to do now. The option you can search for stuff now, or you can buy it or something. You play way too many games to not be a gamer. Get out of here with that. I do play an insane amount of games right now. I feel like I'm just still so picky about games though. Like there's some people that'll play anything, and I'm like, nah. I tried it. I'm still trying to get through my Horizon playthrough, man. I feel like I gotta be getting close. I gotta be at least 3/4 of the way through. I feel like now. And I am curious. I'm curious what happens at the end. Like, I have a feeling. But I am curious. Okay. What was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, that's right. We gotta cook provisions. We need to make toxic moonshine. I don't know if I have stuff to do toxic moonshine, though. Oh, this is what I did before. Like, it wouldn't let me set up camp, and then I just started writing. All right. Hello, camp. Can I get a camp, please? I feel like I did start to get a little burnt out on gaming, though. I really did. I was doing it too much for reasons. And I definitely got to a place of just being very burnt out with that being the only thing I was doing and spending... I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can go rest. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm a terrible person. And just not doing things that I needed to do for myself, like not taking care of myself. So there are times where I would plan and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go on a walk. And then instead I'm like hopping on a headset, hopping on a video game. Like, and I should have just like been like, okay, I'll be there in 30 minutes or whatever. I'm going to go take this walk. So now I'm trying to intentionally do that more. So log off. I'm reading more. I'm doing more like artistic type stuff. I'm walking more. And so I'm just doing more that's like not on a headset, not gaming necessarily. Because I do love video games and I don't want to be burnt out to the point where I don't want to play. There was a time where I would log in and I would like load into like 4 or 5 different games and I'd be like, yeah, I don't want to play any of these right now. And I would log off. I'd be like, there's nothing I want to do. And there's stuff that I want to play, so it's like, I was just burnt out. I heard what you said about The Witcher. Sorry. I played it. Okay, what more do you want? I got burnt out on gaming too. I just watch YouTube now. Yeah. It really is. Like, if it's all you're doing, like, you're gonna get burnt out sometimes. And it's okay to take a step back and do other stuff. Like, I'm reading through... so a lot of times I'll split my time between, like, nonfiction and fiction. I'm reading a little bit more of, like, the fantasy type genre. I'm reading a book right now. It's called Belladonna. It's basically this woman who, well, when she was born, she had these golden color eyes and she couldn't die. So when she was born, she was a baby. Somebody poisoned like everybody at this party. And so her mom and everybody died, but she did not. And she's been passed around from like family to family as she's approaching like the age where she'll be able to inherit money. But she basically can't die. So she can eat belladonna, she can go into the state, she can talk to death, and she doesn't die. And so she moves to this place with her family take her in after her last guardian dies. And the mom had just died from something, and they don't know what, and her daughter is sick now. And so somebody's poisoning her daughter, and so she's now trying to figure out, with the help of death, like, who is poisoning her and, like, do all that. So it's interesting. Like, it's fun to just read something that's not serious, you know? I also am listening, so when I'm at work, I'm listening to the live cast versions of Harry Potter. So I'm on Prisoner of Azkaban right now. And they're fun because it's different actors and actresses' voices. So rather than just hear one person, even though, like, Jim Dale and, who's the other guy that's really good? Stephen Fry are amazing at reading the books. Like, it's fun to have a full cast. So yeah, those are really good. And, you know, I'm like just doing like little drawings and stuff that I have no artistic talent whatsoever, but like just to like scribble coloring things that like help you just like de-stress. So I've been doing that a lot more too. And sometimes you just need that. You just need to take a step back and do stuff like that. I rode right by a collectible I was going to get to. I keep forgetting. I highly recommend AC Syndicate. It's also the short... Ooh, what's coming after me? And so we kill another animal. Ooh, this is an unfortunate spot. Okay, Wolves, I didn't want to do it, but you made me. It's also the shorter of the recent games, and you can get platinum in a decent time. Very digestible. You play as twins. Nice. I don't think I have Syndicate. I think I have Origins and Odyssey, and I feel like those are long games, right? Because that's why I've never fully invested in them. Because I was like, ooh. I was like, I think this is too long for me to invest in right now. Rick Rock, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate you. All right, let's go check out and see what camp is doing before I get ready to end here. So, game plan here is if you like Fortnite at all, or you like hanging out in the community chat, or you like to hear me ramble about random topics, I am going to go live again in just a little bit with some Fortnite for the new season. New season started today. The map looks really cool. I haven't seen too much of it, so I haven't really done a lot. The weapons don't look... It looks like it's a lot of the same weapons. There's a new AR, but it's not scoped that I can see. I don't think there's a scoped AR, and that just really bums me out again. I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, why do you hate scoped AR so much? I could be wrong, though. I only watched for a little bit. I didn't see a scoped AR. So I'm kind of a little disappointed that they're not putting one in the game again. But I would check it out. And if anybody's on and on my friends list and wants to play a few matches and check it out, you're welcome to join. No pressure. If not, I'll just kind of load into some solo matches and try to look around and check stuff out. I can do a couple matches to see this new season. Nice. I'm gonna like end here in a minute. I'm gonna grab some food, so I'll probably be back on around like noonish, which is 45 minutes for me. Where's my camp? Where's my camp? Here it is. FYI, Syndicate was the game they made a bit more basic after the backlash of making Unity too ambitious. If you want something reasonable on timing, Syndicate is your game. I do sometimes like to do a shorter game every once in a while. It's nice to not have to... Like, Crimson Desert is so overwhelming the time you need to spend in it that I'm kind of, like, burnt out on really long games right now. And a nice little... that's why I've been loading into Disney Dreamlight so much, honestly, because I could just do a few things, and then when I'm done, I'm done. Very fun combat. Yeah, emotes do not like you right now. I don't know why. They do not like you. Do we think Cyber's awake yet? We could try to get him in for some matches, too. He sleeps in sometimes on a Saturday. He stays up too late. You guys were up late last night too. I went to bed early and I woke up this morning and there was all this chat in here that was like late. I forgot to backspace after I cut and pasted the image or the message. Nice. Okay, are we halted because we need a resupply? Are we halted because of supplies? Let's get rid of all these 1-star things that we don't need.
Guess beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, you know what? Go out and hunt yourself. You know? Go hunt yourself, okay? Operational. It is literally just because we don't have enough stuff in camp. We'll keep the 3-star pelts just in case we need them at some point. I'm down for matches. Just let me go. Okay. Sounds good. It did start at midnight for you. It was crazy. The event actually ended up being pretty fun, though, I thought. That was kind of fun. And it was, I was definitely surprised at like what happened. I didn't see it coming. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end Red Dead there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. That went so fast. Oh my gosh. Like that went so, like it has been 2 hours and 20 minutes and I feel like I blinked and it was done. So appreciate you guys. I'm just in such a much better headspace than I've been. And I appreciate you guys being here and chatting with me because it's super helped. If you, like I said, if you like Fortnite at all, or you just like hanging out in the community and listening and having some background noise, I am going to go live again shortly. Ah, Cyber's here. Cyber, we're going to play matches soon. So just be there, okay? Maybe, if you're free. So if you guys want to come hang out, like I said, it'll probably be in about 40-ish minutes or so. I'm going to grab some food. I'm going to do a couple things, and then I'm gonna load back in. We're gonna check it out, so feel free. If you're not into Fortnite, no worries. Totally understand. You're here for Red Dead, and that is A-okay as well. So appreciate all of you guys. I hope that you PW, put your pants on. We're doing matches in 45 minutes. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. If I don't see you for the next stream, hopefully I'll catch you next Saturday with some more Red Dead Online. Bye, everybody.